Pat Monahan of Train.
Monahan.
Going with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow. Okay.
That's right. Said he's been an underdog long enough, and I want to see the underdog win. Okay. So he's going with the Cincinnati Bengals, okay?
Underdog long enough.
My dear friend Jewel.
Jewel.
Famous singer, as you know.
I've heard of her, yes.
She reaches out to me to tell me that she's all in on the Los Angeles Rams.
The Los Angeles
Makes
Rams.
sense. She got her big breakout in California, okay? And then I reached out to Fallout Boy's Pete Wentz.
Pete Wentz.
Okay?
Yeah.
Pete got back to me. And now Pete was a legendary Chicago Bear fan. So I didn't know which way he was going to go. But Pete Wentz tells me.
Let me guess. Midwest sticks Midwest, Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay. I am no longer a Chicago Bear fan. I've dropped my allegiance to the Bears.
What?
I am, however, now a full-fledged fan of the Los Angeles Rams.
What a phony. What a Fallout boy phony.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right. Rams are dominating right now.
So the Rams got Pete Wentz, the Rams got Jewel, and Pat Monahan goes with the Bengals.
Yeah.
And joining us now on the hotline, yes or no? Yep. Is Super Bowl champion from Cardinal Hayes in the Bronx, my main man, Willie Colon. Big Willie, what's good, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Man, happy Super Bowl week. Happy, man. It's all about manhood this week.
I love it. I love it.
Big Super Bowl weekend.
What was Super Bowl week like for you when you were with the Steelers and you were going to ultimately win a Super Bowl? Is that week mad crazy, or you guys kind of in lockdown for the week?
No, so when we played our Super Bowl in Tampa, man, and it was the first couple of days you just kind of soak it all up. The media is crazy. You're talking to people from all over the world and country, and it's just madness. By the third day, which is like Wednesday technically at the time was for us, man, you really just trying to lock in and get ready for the game, and so you start prepping. But you're just so over the media and everything. That goes along with. I think the biggest stressor for a lot of these players is dealing with the families, man. I mean, because while you're trying to, you're about to play the biggest game of your life.
Right.
You got your aunt and your mom asks you, where's the local PF Chang? You're like, what? I got other I got other things to worry about. So you're in the process of trying to entertain your family on top of, getting locked in for the game.
Yeah, but
so
to be fair,
stressful.
Willie, the Dan noodles at P.F. Chang's are dope, and you can totally understand why Mom might want some of those, yeah?
Right. But there has to be priorities, right? Like,
exactly.
We win this, Mom, we get the big house, so I need you to lock in.
Right. I'll get you out of the Bronx. I'll get you to any apartment you want, wherever you want it. I get you. So,
right.
And it's like when people talk about, like, the family request, it's not that your friends and family mean to be a burden, but like it's as big a deal for them as it is for you, because once upon a time, you were just a kid in the Bronx, trying to get to college, and it was your mom and your friends that were there, nobody else.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely a Cinderella story, but at the same time, I mean this week these guys, I mean by Friday they're sick. They just want to play. At this point, there's nothing. There's so many questions you can ask them. There's not, every anything that's ever been underneath the rug kind of gets swept out. People are looking for angles left and right, but you just want to play the game. So hopefully these guys stay locked in and they don't, they kind of soak it up as much as they can. But come Sunday, that's all that matters.
Talking to Willie Colon, did you get your mom Dan noodles after the Super Bowl or no?
Bro, they ate everywhere. They soaked Tampa up within a week. They knew where to go. They knew the hot spots. They knew the locals. They were all over the place. So I was fortunate. They kind of respected my time, but they're a little bit of a nuisance. But it was good. We all have fun.
Were you at the second one, the one where you beat the Jets in the AFC Championship game? Were you at that Super Bowl, or were you not playing?
Yeah, that was the one. No, I was there. I was on the team, and I was in Dallas. We ended up going on to Dallas. That was atrocious because the Green Bay brought their fan base. Obviously, Pittsburgh brought their fan base, and it snowed. So we brought our fan base and the snow, and Dallas was not prepared for it. And what was worse about that, we ended up having to practice at TCU, Texas Christian University, obviously, and they didn't lay down salt. They were laying down sand. Oh, so as we were going back and forth up and down the highways, you just saw wrecks left and right.
Yep.
Everywhere. There were cars doing like 360s. It was insane. So Dallas was not prepared for the snow, and it made it.
Evan, just real quick on that,
experience.
because we were at that. That whole week we did our show there, and I'll never forget. They literally had like 2 inches of snow.
Right.
The city was in a panic, and the state of Texas didn't have any snow plows.
Right.
Correct.
I remember hearing all about that, and I was actually, no offense, I was cheering it on because I was still bitter that the Jets lost to the Steelers in the AFC Championship game, so I wanted you to all suffer. But I'm curious because I've heard Giant players say that going into the Super Bowl in 2000, they had a bad feeling about things. It was just a bad week. You were on a Super Bowl team that won, a Super Bowl team that lost. Was there any difference besides the weather in the week that led you to have more confidence or less confidence going into the game?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Well, the week in Dallas when we were going against Green Bay, there was a lot. I think the Tuesday night, Ben and a bunch of us went out to like a dueling piano bar. We kind of just wanted to get out, and I think I think we kind of missed curfew. I don't know if we did or not. I'm pretty sure we did.
You can't get fined for it now. You're fine.
Right. There was a lot made of it, and I was kind of like a little distracted. I think people were kind of leaning on Ben. It was like, oh, he's too cocky. He's confident. He's going to a dueling piano bar. Why would he do that? Aaron Rodgers is not going to a bar. And so I think some of the guys were accustomed. The Steelers had been to the Super Bowl in 2005. They had, once again gone in 2008, and now, boom, here we are again. So they were calling us the cocky Steelers, and I think that I don't know if we were cocky, but I think we definitely felt like we were going to win that one, but we didn't.
Talking to Willie Colon. All right, it's pick time. We can run through it. It seems like a lot of the guys that have come on today are picking the Rams thus far, but they're like musicians who don't know much about football outside of just being a fan. You played the game, obviously. Who is your pick on the game?
Man, I'm going to be honest with you. I fell in love with this guy ever since his national championship run at LSU. I'm going with Cincinnati. I'm going with the Bengals, Joe Burrow, and the whole gang. I want to see. I got to have some AFC pride, let alone some AFC North pride. So I'm rolling with the Bengals, man. I want to see them pull it off. You
didn't pay any attention to him at LSU. Stop.
I did.
Stop with that.
I did. I watched the run.
You weren't watching any college football.
Willie, is there any chance 1 year from now we're saying the same thing about Zachariah Wilson and we are sitting there at the Super Bowl in year 2 of that regime? Any shot?
Man, from your mouth to God's ears, with hope. I don't know. We got a lot of holes to fill for the New York Jets, but it looks like things. They got a core of young guys. We got to get some guys who kind of in the middle of their careers who have experience, been there, done that, but are still hungry and want to play in the New York market. And I think that can help the Jets out a lot. Speaking
of that, is there a big Saturday night meal that the guys have before the Super Bowl, or is it an every man for himself kind of deal?
Well, I think this is the average team dinner. I think one thing that Mike Tomlin did I thought was genius was he kept it very simple. He didn't really kind of go out. There wasn't like a Last Supper, like, all right, guys, this is the big one. It was very generic and kind of straightforward. So I think that kind of it made it real. On top of that, one thing that we did do that I appreciated was that we ended up going to like a separate hotel. So we actually got away from our families and we got away from everybody and went to like an off-site hotel. And I can remember being on the bus, loading the bus. They didn't tell the players. It was just like, hey, on Saturday night, we're going to go somewhere else. We went to this off-the-beaten-path hotel. And I remember that one feeling I remember being on a bus was like, all right, boom, now we're at the Super Bowl. It just felt really real at that moment, like we're about to go do this thing. And I can remember just having this, it was like it's this eerie quiet on the bus. As every guy got on the bus, I remember looking at Hines and Troy and all those guys, and it was like this, the really like this stifling silence. That like, oh, this is real. Like this is it.
It was like you had your Remember the Titans graveyard moment.
Yes. Yep. And I can remember guys who were like usually chatty Cathy's. They weren't. Like everybody was locked in at that moment. So that always sticks with me.
And then when you lose, you have that ballroom all rented out in case you win for the big party. Do you guys still go to that, or no one shows up?
Man, Carton, we did, man, and it was weird because we ended up going to the party, and it was just a weird, like, obviously you made it to Super Bowl. A lot had happened that you were able to be successful with during that year. However, you didn't bring it home, right? And Pittsburgh was used to bringing it home, so we were partying with tears. It was awkward. It was mixed emotions.
That's
it was
a crazy
up and down.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't, and we were on stage dancing, and But everybody's just like, what are we doing? Let's just go. Let's just get back. Everybody pack up and go
Plus,
home.
that loser party, you don't get the same quality of girls to it. You know, the
Not
music's not as good. Like, the oysters don't taste as good. Like, nothing's as good.
Yeah, you dance to the Smiths, drinking hard seltzers is awkward. You just don't want to. Yeah, it's horrible. This is not. You always want to win. Winning helps and it makes everything feel better.
And I know I was telling Evan off the air that the thing that you're most focused on now and concerned about is whether or not your beloved New York Yankees are playing baseball this year.
Yeah, for me, I don't. They just got to figure it out. I mean, like, I don't know why this thing is taking so long. They're dragging it out. Baseball needs to hurry up and get here. Hopefully, these owners and the reps can really make this work, because right now it's nauseating. We've been talking about this for a whole year already.
Beside himself, Evan. The guy can't live without Yankee
because he's
baseball.
a real baseball fan. I'm like, you fraud. We all want it back.
Now, listen, you give Willie Colon a chance of having a burger with me at the Garden for a Nick loss or watching a boring Yankee Royal game. I guarantee you, my man's got the barbecue out and we're ready to rock and roll.
And mustard. Don't forget the mustard.
Oh, no, don't embarrass yourself. Don't do that to me. Come on, you just ruined the whole thing. Like, we're friends. You can't put mustard on the burger.
I love mustard, mayo, ketchup, baby. What are you talking about?
The mix is okay by me. I can go with the mix, but mustard's saved for hot dogs, not for burgers.
And French fries. You can do mustard with French fries.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't do mustard with French fries.
Yes, you can.
Sorry, you got voted. Willie and I, you voted off the island.
Evan, I preferred you wouldn't talk when we were talking about this.
Now, you can do mayonnaise with French fries, though.
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, I'll dip a fry in some mayonnaise all day and call it a night.
What are you,
I'm good.
pregnant? What are you talking about?
I might be pregnant as far as you know. That's right. I'm going to get you pregnant. No, mustard's a no-go.
No,
But,
I'm all about the mustard. Yeah, mustard
straight
everywhere.
mayonnaise on a French fries is holler.
Yeah.
No, that's brutal. You don't want to do that. I can't hang out with you putting mustard on mayonnaise on your French fries. It's brutal.
That would explain why we haven't seen each other in 6 months. All right, pal. How's the family? Baby's good? Everyone's well?
Yeah, everybody's running and kicking, man. No complaints on my end. Everybody's excited for the game and kind of throw something on the grill and have a Super Bowl party.
Well, send my regards to your wife as well.
My son's birthday is Sunday, so happy birthday to he's going to be 2 years old. So.
There you go.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
I like
Happy
it.
birthday.
All right, best to the family. I'll talk to you soon, pal. Be good.
Awesome. Be blessed. Be good, guys.
Willie Colon, good man.